So listen, let's you said you wanted some controversy. We opened it up for questions. I got a controversial question. Robbie Rogers wants to know, can we get Rick's side of the whole ordeal with his Ring of Honor appearances? This would have
Oh,
been
absolutely.
years ago. I don't recall all the details, but I know there were some hurt feelings on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. They asked me to go out and say that they were a bigger product than WWE, and I said I absolutely will never do that.
Mm.
And they said you're under contract. They say well, what you're told, and I said, well, I'm under contract for that, not for that. I won't do it. That's all it was. Simple as that. That gets into the whole Michael Boticchio. We should do a special on Michael Boticchio.
Well, he's with High Spots. I think that's a different deal. I think this was
Michael put that deal together.
Oh, okay. With you and
Yeah.
Kerry Silkin?
Yeah.
I see. I see.
No, I had a good relationship with him, but I mean, their idea back then of was me going to a strip club, before the show, and I mean, it's a whole different world. I'm sure they're much more sophisticated now, but I can
Well,
remember the incident.
Tony Khan bought it, so
Huh?
Tony Khan owns Ring of Honor now, so it's a totally different
No,
ballgame.
no. What I'm saying though is that let's go to a strip club and kill some time, and just the whole deal wasn't what. What it was is and I'm sure they're different now and much more sophisticated, and I know a lot of people that have done very well there than them. But with me, there's no way in God's green earth I wouldn't do it at TNA. I wouldn't do it at WCW. I never. One of the reasons, Eric, they put a lot of pressure on me to go out and say the shit that they said.
Mm.
Right? You know what I mean? They were about Hulk and Kevin and Scott every week. Right there with Eric. We're going to close you down. Now, do you really think I'm going to say that?
No.
No one. Number one, Vince McMahon has been my best friend. Number two, Austin's up there, who I'm close to. Undertaker. I mean, 100. I'm not doing that.
Right.
And guess what? I didn't. And I'm sure that didn't help my relationship with Eric.
Right.
But that was the whole deal. I said, guys, I'm not doing that. And as a matter of fact, I don't like any part of this shit. Because I see the kid once in a while that I was doing some announcing. I'm terrible at color commentator. I mean, as much as I love the business, Vince tried that one time. He said, "You're horrible." I said, "Some things you don't have to tell me. I'm very aware of." No, I was horrible at it, but that's a whole Michael Boticchio thing, man. If I ever tell you the scoop on him, brother, well, you busted him last year.
I thought you and Michael were on good terms. You're doing WrestleCon stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, of course I am.
Yeah.
But I work for Fitterman. I don't work for Michael.
Yeah. Well, Michael's been
No. We are on good terms, but you caught him doing shit.
Well, it wasn't him. I mean, he had a rogue employee who I thought was making jokes that were inappropriate, but that's water under the bridge. Michael and I are on great terms and have done a lot of business together since. So
No. We are. We're talking about years ago.
right,
But
right,
that,
right.
but the question comes from how many years ago?
Yeah,
15.
it was a long time
There's
ago.
been a lot of different variations of stories,
Right.
but at the end of it, I can assure you that I don't owe anybody any money, and if anybody owes any money, it goes back to a situation that it's not worth discussing.
Copy that.
And like you said, I'm at a point now where I forgive and forget. They should too, but I can guarantee you the whole thing started when they wanted me to say that, and you know me very well. I could be mad as fuck at Vince or Hunter or anybody. I'm never going to say that they have that another company has a better product because I would just sound like the damnest fool of all time. Would you
Well,
agree?
yeah. I mean, listen, I don't think there's any arguing WWE's number
Yeah,
one.
I'll give you an example. In my documentary, which I told you, I'm very happy. Bruce basically said I didn't draw money up there. I saw Bruce, right? When I said to him,
Yeah.
yeah, I absolutely didn't. I didn't. I went over, but I've said that to you before.
Yeah, yeah. You said from day one, I wasn't over in New York.
No, I was over when I went back up when I was 55 years old.
Right.
I got over there, but when I first went there, nobody knew who I was.
Right.
They did in Ohio. I mean, there were towns I did really good in.
Right.
town where we had TV, where WCW had been, right?
Yes.
But the Garden wasn't one of them. I don't think I ever sold out the Garden, and that was their deal. I certainly sold out Philadelphia and Boston and all that with Hulk and that, and but so let me put it like this: there have been some other guys that have been champions that drew a lot less money than me. We could start. Let's get that list started.
Well, let's get another list.
And at the same time, that's 42-year-old Ric Flair.
Right.
35 might have been a different story, but I missed it. I missed the marketing, and I missed all that by 10 years. But I don't regret my time in WCW. I mean, especially even like last year, that when and this documentary why they picked me, but it's given me a new life and a new perspective on life. And as I said to you on a very personal note, all my friends, not a lot of them lately, get sick and have some major issues to really given me a real new perspective on life and where I don't need to be walking into American Social when I'm 80 years old, my favorite place, and be going, woo. I'm here, woo, 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 woo.